We are going to continue with partnership accounts. In this particular lecture, we are going to learn valuation of goodwill. Before learning how to value goodwill, try to understand, you need to completely understand why valuation of goodwill is required, why it is necessary to value the goodwill, what is the benefit, what is the loss, why to take such a pain to understand all three methods and value the goodwill. And ultimately the accounting principles says that only purchased goodwill can be recorded. I will be explaining you first to last everything, why it is valued, how it is valued, what are the journal entries which are passed for valuation of goodwill. But first you need to completely understand why valuation is required or when valuation is required. Is it alright? So let us go to valuation of goodwill. Valuation of goodwill. Try to understand first concept of goodwill is the accounting principle says that you can record only purchased goodwill in books of accounts. So if goodwill at all is appearing on balance sheet asset side, it should be purchased goodwill. And first try to understand what does this mean. Say I am running my classes in the name of Lakshya Academy. Now Lakshya Academy is not a very reputed name in our business, is it alright? In all over India. And I want to establish my presence all over India. So I go to one institute, say Naukar Academy, which is famous all over India, and I purchase their name. Lakshya Academy is a partnership firm. We are purchasing their name and we are paying 2 lakhs rupees for using their name, their materials, their goodwill, and we are purchasing that goodwill. Then I can pass a journal entry of goodwill account debit to cash. Am I giving donation to Naukar? No. Am I getting something back? Yes, I am getting a permission to use the name. And so what I have done is purchased goodwill of 2 lakhs rupees. This 2 lakhs rupees can appear on asset side of balance sheet, and only this goodwill can appear on asset side of balance sheet. Is it alright? Nothing else can be written on asset side of balance sheet. Yes, this is not the only way in which to purchase the goodwill. Is it alright? Say there is one company whose assets are 100 crore, liabilities are 20 crore. So what is the worth of the company? 80 crore. But this company is having a good name in the market, and I am purchasing this company at say 120 crore. Why I am paying 40 crore rupees extra is nothing but goodwill. Am I actually paying 40 crore more? Yes, in the form of shares, in the form of cash, but I am paying 40 crore rupees more. It will be regarded as purchased goodwill. This 40 crore goodwill should also be recorded. Is it alright? So this is nothing but only purchased goodwill can be recorded in books of accounts. All other goodwill should be written off from accounts, cannot be shown on asset side of balance sheet. Is it alright? Now you will tell me, then sir, which are the other places where goodwill will be valued? Say in this case goodwill will be valued obviously, because one person wants to sell it, another person wants to purchase it. Whenever any commodity including goodwill is to be purchased or is to be sold, then the valuation is required. So this is the first reason why valuation will be required. If you are purchasing or selling goodwill, then the valuation will be required. Another in partnership firm, normally the goodwill is valued at the time of admission, retirement, death or dissolution. Is it all right? At that point of time, goodwill is valued. Is it all right? We are going to write down at the time of admission, at the time of retirement, at the time of death of the partner, goodwill is value. Still, we have not gone into the topic of how to value the goodwill. We are still understanding why we value the goodwill. Is it all right? I'll give you an example from admission of the partner. Try to concentrate. Is it all right? This is a balance sheet of an existing partnership firm A, B and Company. A, B and Company is a partnership firm which is having assets worth rupees 200 crore. Sir, is this a book value? Yes, anything written in the book is a book value. And understand, this is also its market value. Is it? Normally this does not happen, but let us also assume only in this case this is also a market value. So if this two partners A and B wants to sell all these assets, it can be sold at 200 crore rupees. Is it right? I'm not divided into fixed asset and current asset. Is it alright? There are no creditors. Creditors are 0. I'm taking creditors 0 just for explaining you the concept of why goodwill should be valued. Is it alright? And partners capital, Mr. A is having 100 crore rupees as capital, Mr. B is having 100 crore rupees as capital. Is it a big balance sheet of crores of rupees and very simple balance sheet where there are assets, no liabilities and only partners, capital of 100 crore rupees. Now understand, this partnership firm wants to invest in a new project which will again cost them 100 crore rupees. 100 crore rupees more capital is required. They want to purchase some fixed asset, they want to purchase something, and this 100 crore rupees is required. They go to a bank refuses the loan or gives them a very high rate of interest. So loan from a bank they are ignoring and they are exploring other alternatives. Mr. C is having this money, is also interested in doing this type of business, is also very comfortable in doing this type of business, and so Mr. A and B decides that let us introduce a C as a new partner. And here comes admission of the partner. Here comes admission of the partner. Is it alright? Now understand. First, you need to understand some logic about partnership firm. When the partnership firm is having two partners, these two partners are co-owner of this asset. What does it mean? This asset, 50% partner is Mr. A, 50% partner is Mr. B. Their profit sharing ratio is 50-50%. Is that right? So they are now partners of this particular assets. But now a new equal partner is introduced. So now this asset will be shared by all three partners. And understand, this asset was created by two partners, but now it will be shared by all three partners. But the partners will not mind, believe me. Why? Mr. C is bringing new capital and he will be told to bring this capital of 100 crore rupees. I'm also telling you some journal entries so that you understand after admission of the partner what will happen. Is it all right? Mr. C is a new partner and he is bringing 100 crore rupees. The journal entry will be bank account debit to C's capital of how much rupees? 100 crore rupees. And now there will be three partners sharing profit and losses equally. Sir, A and B will not feel that now they are sharing this asset with Mr. C. The answer is no. Please understand what are the changes which will be done in balance sheet. Now this assets will become 300 crore rupees. Asset has increased by 100 crore rupees. Is it alright? And there will be Mr. C, whose balance will be 100 crore rupees. The total of the balance sheet now, instead of 200 crore, will be 300 crore rupees. What is the total assets? 300 crore. How many partners? 3. Equal partners? Yes. Each partner is a co-owner of 100 crore, is a owner of 100 crore. A was still owner of 100 crore before also, after also. B was owner of 100 crore before also, after also. And C was also owner of 100 crore after. Before he was not having anything. Afterwards, he has brought in 100 crore rupees asset, that is cash or bank, or it might be converted into some machinery or fixed asset or any other asset. But he is bringing 100 crore rupees asset and he is becoming equal partner. Now A and B will not be having any problem. Is it all? So at the time of admission of the partner, normally new partner is required to bring in the capital, so that now they all become equal partner of this. Is it all right? So you will find this type of statement in your question. Questions will be doing at last. But Mr. C is bringing in his share of capital. His share of capital is nothing but 100 crore rupees. But understand, here there is a problem. And understand what is the problem. A and B were existing partners of this firm. They have created, and this firm is say 20 years old. They have created their brand name of say 20 crore rupees. Is it all right? Let me take it 30 crore rupees. What is their goodwill? 30 crore rupees. Who feels? A and B feels that their goodwill is 30 crore. They are coming to me. I am a chartered accountant. I can value the goodwill. I know methods of valuation of goodwill. I have valued the goodwill and gave to them that your goodwill is nothing but 30 crore rupees. Is it right? The question is why it is not appearing over here as a goodwill in balance sheet asset side. Because the only which goodwill can be recorded, purchased goodwill can be recorded. This is a created goodwill over the period of time. This is a created goodwill which should be valued. Is it alright? Now understand, there will be problem for A and B. Who has created this goodwill? 30 crore. Can it be recorded in books of accounts? The answer is no. But now this goodwill will be shared by Mr. C also. Mr. C will also be getting benefit of this goodwill. Say, you might have heard the brand name Nike. Nike is a company, it is an incorporation, but let us understand, suppose it was a partnership firm. There were existing partners A and B. Now they introduce a new partner C. The selling price of Nike will be lowered? No. Will be still they earning exorbitant profit because of their goodwill? The answer is yes. Is it alright? So C will be getting an undue benefit because this much amount of asset is not present over it. This asset was calculated, but this asset while admitting a new partner was not calculated. So this asset practically should be valued. I'm not saying it should be recorded, should be valued in books of accounts. And I'll tell you a simple solution of this. What is the goodwill? 30 crore. After admission of C also, the value of the goodwill is going to remain 30 crore. Is it alright? Even if it is not shown in asset side, how much they are owner? Now they are equal owner. Is it alright? So who will be the owner now after admission of the partner? All A, B and C. What will be share of A? 10 crore. What will be share of B? 10 crore. And what will be share of C? 10 crore. C is getting without any reason 10 crore rupees. Is it all right? Well, it is not actually 10 crore rupees, but asset worth rupees 10 crore is getting without giving any money. This A and B will not tolerate. What they will say, we have created this goodwill of 30 crore. Is it all right? Let me explain you in another way. 30 crore was first shared by A and B equally. So how much value they have created, or how much value of asset they have created? 15 crore, 15 crore. Now the value of goodwill is still going to remain 30 crore, but it will be shared by three persons, A, B and C, and they are still equal partners, so they will be sharing 10 crore, 10 crore and 10 crore. C has got a asset which he has not created, and A and B, as you can see, has lost the assets which they have created, not fully but partially. Is it all right? See what will be done. As C is getting an undue benefit of 10 crore rupees, C's capital account will be debited. Is it all right? To A, to B. This just means C will be giving 10 crore rupees, will be giving 10 crore rupees to A and B. A he will be giving 5 crore, B he will be giving 5 crore. When you are passing journal entry, they are not paying immediately, they will be paying it later on. So this will be 10 crore, this will be 5 crore, this will be 5 crore. Sir, can out of the accounts the settlement may be made? The answer is yes. What A and B will say to C, that you give us 5 crore rupees each, we will settle the accounts of goodwill. We will be settling the accounts of goodwill. Is it okay? Now A and B, after getting 5 crore rupees, are they happy? Believe me, the answer is yes. What was their share of goodwill? 15 crore. How much they have got? 5 crore. How much now they are having? 10 crore. Still they are not, they don't cease to be a partner. They are still a partner in the firm. So how much they are sharing now? 10 crore. How much they were sharing before? 15 crore. What they have lost? 5 crore, which they have got from Mr. C. Either through the journal entry or through cash, it does not matter. But say A's account is credited by 5 crore, B's account is credited by 5 crore. So sooner or later they will be getting this 5 crore rupees. They already have a value of 10 crore, plus they have got 5 crore rupees, which is equivalent to 15 crore, which was their previous balance. Extremely important to value the goodwill. Otherwise, what will happen? I'll tell you. If goodwill is not valued, C will be getting a benefit of 10 crore rupees, A will be getting a loss of 5 crore rupees, B will be getting a loss of 5 crore rupees. There's not an actual loss, but something which should be valued, but accounting principle says no. So it was not valued, and so this journal entry is to be passed. Sir, suppose goodwill was valued in books of accounts. Believe me, then this will not be necessary. I'll tell you why. If there was a goodwill of say 30 crores over here, is it all right? Then C will be bringing $130 crore as a capital. Is it all right? He will be bringing 130 crore as a capital, and so this will be practically balanced. Is it all right? But it is not possible to record the goodwill. If it is not possible to record the goodwill, believe me, then the only option is to value the goodwill and close it down. Is it all right? Where is the goodwill figure in this? There is no goodwill figure. Goodwill figure is even not required. This is just an adjustment made for goodwill. Alright. This is nothing but why goodwill should be valued. Yes, of course, we'll be understanding how to value the goodwill, but in next lecture, this lecture is enough for understanding why to value the goodwill. First is if you want to purchase it or sell it. Is it alright? Or if you want to do admission, retirement, death. In retirement also same logic can be applied. The answer is yes. The goodwill was created by 3 partners. Now it will be used by only 2 partners. So third partner who is retiring should be getting some additional benefit. Is it alright? At the time of retirement, he should be given some share of goodwill. Is it alright? And at the time of death, again the same concept of retirement will be used. So before any of you student go into goodwill, understanding valuation of goodwill, you should always understand what is goodwill. But main thing to understand is why this goodwill is valued.